welcome Toastmasters Saad.
Fellow Toastmasters and guests, sometime back in 1999, a couple of my relatives invited me to a stargazing event. Now, I was pretty surprised as to why would you travel to the city outskirts just to watch or look at stars. But since there was food and a movie involved, so I decided to tag along. We went to a city outskirt, pretty nighttime. Uh, the food was really nice, great food, and then came the movie time. The movie that they screened was called Contact. I don't know whether all of you must have seen that movie or not. It's a great movie, very captivating. The movie was an absolutely amazing movie. But most of all, I think one dialogue in that movie was the one that captivated me. And I remembered that dialogue throughout. And that dialogue was when a girl asked her dad, "Dad, do you think we are alone in this universe?" And the dad says, "If we are indeed alone in the universe, then it seems like an awful waste of space." Fellow Toastmasters and guests, we do come along so the universe as a whole so fellow Toastmasters and guests, the universe, if you see, has everything in the universe has its own place in the universe. However, the universe as a whole is constantly expanding. So if I just give you an example, this circle, if you just for a moment think that this sheet is the universe and this circle represents Earth, then this big circle represents our solar system and this bigger circle represents a galaxy. The entire thing is the same. However, there are many other galaxies as well, and they sort of form a constellation of galaxies. But the universe as a whole, that's constantly expanding. It's such a big universe. All of this made me think a lot whether there is alien life form outside or not. So the first thing I did was to look at a couple of movies. So I decided to watch X-Files. I saw Independence Day. That was a very famous movie at that time. I also watched Star Wars. And if you've seen all those movies, one thing you'll assess is that all those movies make you think that any unusual person walking next to you might be an alien. So so I'll just come back on this universe part. So universe is absolutely keeps on expanding. And with such a big universe, what is the probability that somewhere out there is an alien or an extraterrestrial life form? I think the probability is very high. But I think one of the very important part is that in such a big universe, have we ever tried to contact those alien life forms? Fellow Toastmasters, yes. November 16, 44 years back, we sent a message, an interstellar message out in space to sort of get in touch with anyone or any constellation of stars. But I think the only drawback in that case was that it was 25,000 light years away. And 25,000 light years away is very huge. So just to give you context, 1 light year is equal to 37,000 Earth years. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, I think the only thing that's keeping us away from the aliens or from the alien life form is technology. One of the very important factors, by now I think, so if you talk about technology, 10 years, 20 years back, we thought that we might be in a position to have a colony in Mars. But that is not happening. So the only thing that's sort of keeping us away from getting in touch with our alien brothers and sisters is technology. And who knows, with this pace of technology that's currently going on, we might be having Star Wars like ships moving to different galaxies, different planets, visiting different people, or someone like Superman or Thor might decide to visit us here on planet Earth. But that's still a dream, and let's hope that some part of it becomes a reality. So in the end, fellow Toastmasters and guests, what I would just share is that although it seems a long shot that there might be any alien life form, we don't know whether they will be hostile, whether they will be friendly, we don't know whether they will be visible, invisible, we don't know whether they will be robotic or human beings, but I eagerly wait for that news to come that we are indeed not alone in this universe. Thank you.